Hi everyone, this is Cherry Enchantress, and this is your daily dust for Friday, September 1st, if you're watching in real time. Also, it's for any time you stumble upon it, because using the law of attraction, you just may be guided to this reading for whatever reason Spirit wants you to hear this message. But if you're following me in real time, then September 1st, we're starting off with a bang, and I'm going to use the Seasons of the Witch Oracle instead of Tarot this time because this is a really amazing deck, and it's all about Mabon, which is going to be September 21st. I believe. And so let's take a look at the Seasons of the Witch, Mabon Oracle. Really, really lovely illustrated, very nice book that goes with it, and amazing moon stuff. If you want to see more of this deck, I do have a flip through review of it, and you can see it in the I section up there. And it's this nice metallic orange. Very nice. Let's see what we get. We're going to do a 3-card collective message. All right. Let me pull from the middle. And we have Corn Maze. Although your path is unclear, it is there waiting for your faith to lead you. Okay. And Tea Magic. Reach into your subconscious, pull from the source, and weave magic with intention, and the answers will unfold. So I feel like that's kind of connected with this supermoon and whatever spell or intention work you did. But tea magic comes with the spell. If you would like me to read that to you, I shall. And Mountain Cabin. There are times when solitude can be healing and enlightening. So maybe some of you will take a little retreat in September. September is usually the month for getting back to work and school, kids starting school again. But there's sometimes an opportunity to actually travel in September because prices are lower, and maybe you just have an opportunity, and the weather is getting a little cooler in some places, and there might be an opportunity to do some kind of activity that you haven't been able to because of the weather. So, and maybe because of the kids or whatever, maybe you can do your own thing for yourself. So let's zoom on in and see what else we get. So Corn Maze is all about your belief system, and the key words are compromising beliefs, falling off path, and getting lost, and authenticity. So you could be starting off the month a little uncertain, but don't let yourself get completely off track, right? Stay firm in your vision. Your higher self chose this card because life is a lot like going through a corn maze, and it's a series of choices that will either lead you to freedom, manifested in the feelings of joy, success, feeling loved and supported, or choices that lead you to feel stuck and stagnant and confused and lost. The next choice is always a flip of the coin, and it will bring you closer to or further away from your desired outcome. So the corn maze, it's not like you get an instruction booklet or a map able to map your way through this journey. You just have to make decisions on your best with what you see in front of you, and with your intuition and guidance from spirit. It's important not to go back to the past always, because the past sometimes gives you the wrong clues about what to do in the present. So you don't always have to fall back on something that you're comfortable with. Although during Mercury retrograde, it might be helpful to not deviate too much. But you know what? Just trust in that built-in guide that's inside your inner self, and your inner guide knows exactly which way to go and when to turn and when to head back and start again. Your inner self speaks to you through your beliefs and feelings, and it's speaking to you now through this card and it's letting you know that you have been going in the wrong direction, or the chance that you might veer off track may be presenting itself, so stay alert. So if you have a future decision to make and doesn't feel right, there's like this, there's different tingles that your body makes, and one of them is like that good tingling through your arms or your knees or whatever, and then there's the prickle up your spine. And if you decide to choose that, if you get that kind of feeling, and that sort of, or that uneasy, queasy feeling in your stomach, then you're heading down the wrong direction, basically. So recognize some of the feelings you're going to get are your body's going to tell you. And some of it, your intuition will just plain simply say no. And ask the goddess or ask the angels and guides, and they may be able to give you a real definitive yes or no through certain kind of questions. And by the way, you can also ask deeper with me if you'd like to get a private reading. But so instead of like going back and starting from the beginning, though, maybe you just have to tweak something. Think about what you're trying to gain, where you're trying to go, what the ultimate goal is, and who you're trying to help, or how you're trying to help yourself. And how have your choices thus far helped you? And then see where you need to tweak it. Finally, if you feel like you've compromised too much, if you've given in, if you haven't stayed true to your belief system, then maybe it's time to get a little more stubborn, and a little bit more focused on your belief system. So there's more than one way, though, to achieve a goal. And I know that that's some of the reasons why we waver, right? We waver from a particular choice that we've made because sometimes other choices are presented to us that make equal amount of sense, especially if you have any kind of Libra energy in your chart. You're fair and you look at both sides of things, or Venus energy. And so that can cause you to either waver or become in a stagnant energy because you're thinking of more than your core beliefs. Now you're pondering other people's core beliefs. But I feel like it's important to stick true to what you believe in. So take time to find out who you truly are and what you truly believe in and where you really want to go, and connect with your inner self so you know how to get from point A to B. All right, I think you can do this. The beginning of the month may feel a little like you're wavering, but I feel like as soon as you reassess why you're wavering, like for example, last night I wanted to do ritual and really be focused in making my dreams come true. But then I had this energy come in that started talking stuff that was kind of help, like making my mindset different. Like I wanted to be focused and happy and excited. And, I always mention that in order to make something happen, to manifest it, it's important to like actually feel it and believe in it so much you're feeling the feelings. But that's hard to do, right? When somebody's coming into your space and saying negative things, you're like, dude, please go away. I'm trying to manifest positivity here. So sometimes you have to start over again when that energy comes through, and then you've already spent hours using spells to help help you block this negative energy and it's trying to come through. But remember what you did. Remember how you used those protective spells or energy work or whatever. That's an example. It's a test to see if you know how to use it when the negative people come through. All right, so you got tea magic. And tea magic is about keywords and answers and hard truths. Reach into your subconscious, pull from the source, and weave magic with intention, and answers will unfold. So no matter how you go about setting your intention, you can use this tea magic if you want to, but your higher self chose this card because the answers you're seeking have been right in front of you for some time. And maybe sometimes you just don't see them, but the answers are yours. You know, the answers are what you know, and then the answers are what is part of your belief system. So the tea magic will visit you when there's a hard truth that needs to be heard and you're experiencing some form of denial. You may even be doing it unintentionally as your ego's way of protecting you from something that may be hurtful or difficult to understand. Tea magic is a spiritual intervention telling you that while it may be hard, it's time to rip off the band-aid and face the truth of your situation. So take time to think about where illumination needs to occur. Where do you need to shine the light? Where have you been avoiding, or what have you been avoiding in your life? Or what are you not able to see completely clearly? There could be very strongly attached to this whole going down the wrong path because you're not able to truly see clearly what needs to be done. So you just need a bit of illumination. And then the mountain cabin makes me think this retreat for you specifically could be a good thing to help you refocus on your vision. So ignoring the problem's not going to make it go away for sure. And the circumstances can be challenging, but you already know what you need to do to overcome the obstacle. Now you just have to know that it's there and know that you also have the ability to conquer it. So yeah, it's actually real, but you can conquer this. So the tea spell, if you want to use it, this is a great tea to drink before meditation and vision and psychic and divination work. You just need 2 teaspoons of blue lotus flowers, 1 teaspoon of rose petals, 2 teaspoons of dried lemon balm, 3 teaspoons of dried mugwort, and honey, and then steep the ingredients in boiling water for 5 minutes and then strain and then drink the cup before you do your practice. And so the mountain cabin is I feel like sometimes we just need a little bit of self-preservation. If you're being bombarded from all sides and you're having trouble focusing because too many people are coming at you from different directions, then maybe you need a time out. This is disconnecting, solitude, and hermiting, like being a hermit. And your higher self chose this card because there are too many things influencing your life. And some time to yourself to listen to your inner spirit is exactly what you need. Even if your friends and family have best intentions when they offer their advice, they only speaking from their experiences and they don't always have the full understanding of your life story. Kind of was experiencing that yesterday. It's like, do you even know what I've been doing all day long? No? And you're just reacting to information you got this evening, although I think it's wise information and it's information that should be considered and listened to and taken with, weight and merit, right? But people don't really know your situation fully unless they live it with you, So just have to forgive them for not knowing what you've been going through unless you exactly tell them what you've been going through. But even when you tell them, they still won't completely understand until they feel it themselves, right? A lot of people don't really get it until they've experienced themselves. You might find this a lot with if you have older children or whatever. If you're a parent and you have older children and they've never had children, soon as they have children, then they start to see, oh, now I see what you've been going through. But until they have their own children, they don't really get some of the things that you've been through, right? There's so many other examples out there, but that's definitely one of them. And I feel like definitely this card could be for parents of all ages. You know, I know that young kids are kids, of all ages are going to school, and adults of all ages are going to school now too. But and some people are not. But whether, they're in school or not, whatever's going on, I feel like, and whether you're a parent or not, you could be completely single and you could be a young person as well. I feel like you just need a time out, a time to just be on your own with a little solitude, maybe some prayer, some spiritual work, some, go hermit mode. Let spirit be your guide during this time. Even those closest to you, like a sibling or a parent or best friend, doesn't know everything about you, or even why you made the choices or goals that you daydream about. And this is like, if you, I watched a reading that was really cool a while back from Gregory Scott, and he's my inspiration for doing this daily dust. And I think this applies in general and not just to that particular day, but I feel like if you have a plan, if there's something that you want to do, don't tell anybody about it so they can naysay it and negate it. Just make sure you've got everything figured out, all the work, all the preparation, all the research done, then do it without anybody's permission, and then show them afterwards how successful you were, or not, but how much you enjoyed even the attempt of doing it. And then people will just, if it doesn't matter what people say, but if it makes it a lot easier for you to see what they say afterwards. They can say, oh, well, you attempted something. I think most people will see the positive in that kind of action than the negative, the telling you, oh, no, don't go there, no. But go there and say, look, see, I survived. I had a little ups and downs, but it was kind of an interesting experience. And they're like, oh, okay, we see that. And that's usually kind of what happens. So you might have to try something like that in order to reach your goals. Don't let everything out in the open before you make your journey. Your soul is guiding you through this card to disconnect from the world so you can find the best pathway forward without the pollution of other people's opinions. It's much easier to find confidence in yourself without the questions, doubts, concerns, or criticisms you're likely facing from those in your life. So taking a solo vacation is excellent if that's available to you, but finding a quiet corner to yourself, journaling, or simply keeping your plans under wraps are all excellent ways to experience solitude. So this is a time to keep your plans to yourself. This beautiful mountain cabin card also reminds you that you're worthy and enough all by yourself, and it may feel safer, easier, and more comfortable to take a new journey with a partner, but some experience only have room for a solo traveler. So if you're about to embark on a new change, know that you were given this path for a reason. It's your path to walk alone, and you're more than capable of seeing it through. Now, in some cases, your partner, your significant other, may be completely on the same page as you and see your point of view and may have lived it with you, and they understand and to a certain depth that is actually helpful and supportive. And maybe you can take them on this journey with you. But if they are contrary, or they have a different opinion, then maybe you just need a little solitude. Maybe you can think about their point of view, but maybe you have to find the reasons why you went with your idea in the first place, why you have that conviction in the first place. Because I feel like the corn maze represents this outside influences trying to steer you off your course. You're having to kind of reassess, is this the right thing, or what should I do, And then you take some time out to really connect with spirit to get your answers. And here the answer is no, actually. So if the question is, should I listen to this outside source who told me I should do blah, 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 then the answer might be no. And especially if it's contrary to what I believe in, my beliefs, then the answer is no. But you still may need to retreat to reaffirm, reassess, and look at all points of view, and then also solidify your course. All right? That's a long one, but I hope you like that. I feel like it's a good start to September, and I'm going to be doing a September reading soon, so look forward to that one, and I will see you guys later. Faith, Trust, and Pixie Dust.